Good evening, everyone. We are live covering the FA Cup fifth round. It's the final 16 draw that's taking place here in 10 minutes. Of course, we're looking at the potential people that's going to be where can Manchester United meets. You know, we have Millwall, Brighton, Preston North End, Exeter City, Ipswich Town, and all that jazz. Guys, you know what to do. We have a special guest waiting in the background to come in and have a say. It's no other than Elian Tenno, Peter. Guys, like and subscribe, and we will be back after this jingle. Let's go, Reds!
And Garnacho!
Has the Premier League ever been more challenging?
Will you be in the dugout at Old Trafford on Sunday? I will be here. Definitely.
Okay, let's go.
And one person that's with me right now, it's Peter Elian Tenno. Long time no see, Pete. How are you doing? How are you feeling?
Big up, Mick. Big up. That's how you doing?
Sweet
as.
I'm good. I'm good.
After, in the cup.
I am good after Liverpool loss. I cannot lie.
Well, you know, this is the beauty of the FA Cup. This is what it's all about. The oldest and still the best cup competition on planet Earth. Whether people like it or not, it is. And every now and then the FA Cup throws up a story to us to say, this is what football is all about.
Oh, it's
bottom beating top.
Anything can happen. This is the magic sprinkle dust, Pete. You know, we still have two decisive games to play today.
We do, yeah.
Exeter City versus Nottingham Forest. I mean, Forest has been immaculate this season. And then you have Doncaster Rovers versus Crystal Palace. So
Crystal Palace tonight, yeah.
What could happen there? Exeter City was
well, I mean,
Exeter's playing though.
You know what? Six of my brothers, one's passed away now, but my other five brothers are alive. They're all Liverpool fans. And they was like calling me after Man United got, you know, that lucky winner, you know, that really was offside. I said, well, excuse me, you know, if you're going to nitpick on Andy Maguire's goal being offside, wasn't the penalty against Maguire against Arsenal not a penalty? I said, so it swings and roundabouts. You know, one day you get the look, one day you don't get the look. I said, Odegaard could have scored that penalty. That wasn't a penalty, and we could have been knocked out. So we said, that's the way it goes. I said, the difference between Arne Slot and Pep Guardiola was this, Pep Guardiola put his big guns on the bench in case something went wrong. It was going wrong against Leyton Orient. So he had his big guns on the bench. Arne Slot for I'll disrespect Plymouth Argyle and go, we'll walk through them. No, you don't.
He became on a slot.
And the slot machine malfunctioned. Remember, kids, never gamble.
Yep. Never gamble safely, guys. Gamble safely.
Nope,
Look,
never gamble.
We do have a, you know, this is the round 5. I did the graphics. This is the final round of 16. Manchester United is ball number 1. I assume they preheated the ball so they can touch the ball. Peter, did I say that? I'm sorry, peeps. Number 1, we have Manchester United. Number 2 is Millwall. Number 3 is Brighton. Number 4 is Preston North End. 5 is the decider game today, Exeter City versus Nottingham Forest. That's an exciting one, people. Number 6 is Ipswich Town. 7 is Wolves. 8 is Fulham. 9 is Newcastle. I think Newcastle's on fire. Like, you know, I don't want to face Newcastle. No. Plymouth Argyle, of course, the ones to knock down Liverpool, what we discussed. Bournemouth is a one to watch out for as well. They've been on fire this season. Aston Villa, we saw yesterday with Rashford coming in and doing cameo. And, of course, the media was having a meal out of it. Oh, look at Rashford. Look, you know, Amarin, you regret. Typical British media. We say bugger off. Number 13 is Burnley. 14th is Man City, cheating City. And the 15th is the game that's going to be decided over today, Doncaster Rovers versus Crystal Palace, and 16th is Cardiff. Pete, I'm going to ask you a question, mate. Out of all of these teams, mate, who do you fancy?
Who do I fancy? You know what, Mick? I mean, it's the old cliche. I don't care who we face because sooner or later, you're going to face a top team in this competition. It is. I mean, okay, before you get to the quarters or even semis, you would like an easier route. You would, wouldn't you? So if I had to pin a team, I would take Preston North End away, actually.
Away. Why away? Interesting.
Because we're better away than what we are at Old Trafford. So what's happening on the away?
Simple as that. Yeah. I listen. I just bring on anyone, but as long as it's an away game, I agree with you on the letter status. As long as it's away, because at home, lately what we've been seeing, we can't carry that burden. Right, to play at Old Trafford is a burden.
No.
It's a kind of mental block. I did a video about this, and I think it's also the fans' expectation. And if you don't do anything within the 20 minutes, it turns sour, So please, we play better away than at home. So this is this is knockout, right? This is not round of 2, right? Yeah. So,
well, after this round that's coming up, we're in quarterfinals. So it's last 16, isn't it? Yeah. So, it's starting to get real. Let's be honest, mate, there's some really good teams left in this.
It is.
I mean, like Fred the Red put there, Millwall beat high-flying Leeds. I don't think anyone would have predicted that. Millwall beating Leeds. So, I mean, Brighton top team. Forest probably, I say tentatively, Forest will go through top team. Man City's still there,
Yeah, Forest,
Newcastle, Bournemouth, Brighton, Bournemouth, Brighton, they're all beating us.
Bournemouth, yeah. And Newcastle must be.
And Fulham as well.
Yeah, they're on form, and Forest is on form as well. But anything can happen today. Exeter at home.
Well, you don't know.
Yeah.
The thing is, Mick, imagine this. Yeah, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but let's look at it from this viewpoint. Man City won the first one. Man U won the second one last season. Round 3, knockout. You get what I'm saying? Manchester Derby, 3rd time in a row.
I get what you're saying, mate.
It's kind of heading that way, isn't it? If you know what I'm saying.
Anyway, how rude we are, people. Like, we want to say hello to everyone that's tuning in the VR room, the chat room. But guys, let us know in the chat as well, who would you face out of all these 16s? Let us know in the chat. We have Millwall, we have Brighton, Preston, Exeter or Nottingham Forest, Ipswich, Wolverhampton, Fulham, Newcastle.
Even Cardiff, Mick.
Yeah, even Cardiff, yeah. Cardiff, a little bit of away, a little bit of Welsh, right?
No. Well, you know what, though? No disrespect to these teams.
You go there and say, yakida, right?
Yakida. No disrespect to these teams, Mick, Maybe from their viewpoint, they'll be thinking, I want to draw Man United, actually. Because we're not exactly setting the world on fire, are we? So, but this is the thing about cup games compared to league form. It's totally different. It's a one-off game.
It's a one-off.
You don't know what's going to happen, and it's on the day. It literally is on the day.
But Pete,
and if you can't get up, I don't care who you are, what level of football you play. From the, Premiership down to the grassroots. If you can't get up for a one-off game, you shouldn't be a football player.
But that's the beauty, Pete. And if you look at Manchester United season in isolation this season, we're a cup team. We seem to do well. Cup team, right?
Exactly. That's it,
FA Cup final. Nobody expected us to beat that City. We did, right?
Yeah.
Europa League, unbeaten, right?
Yeah.
Still going strong.
Arsenal.
Arsenal
against 12 men.
Yeah, true. Anyway, big up, people. We have Fred the Red in the house. We have Jarle Malmin. We have lots of legends. And Fred is saying he wants Millwall in the next round. But he wouldn't want Cardiff. Big up. We have, who else do we have in the house? MX and Ez. Hello, how are you doing? We have legends in the house as well. Big up. Are they United as well? Big up to you, my friend, as well. We have Roydon Frost as well. Who do we have? 7:10 p.m. Yeah, it's coming up soon, mate. It's coming up soon.
You know what, though, Mick? Yeah, chat. Yeah. Like, we're getting to the point now. We're coming to the last 16 draw, yeah. Now, you're looking at the teams that's left in it. Yeah. Like from Newcastle, Nottingham Forest viewpoints. They've got other things on their mind. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like from Newcastle's viewpoint is this. Their priority now is we need a full fit squad to face Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final.
Yeah, 100%.
Because that is literally one game for them in a very long time and then winning a trophy.
Yeah, true. That.
So from their viewpoint, if they get an hard draw, they'd be thinking, you know what, if we can win the Carabao Cup, we don't care about that one. We don't care about
the energy.
Forest,
no, we don't care.
Punching above the weight.
Right,
so from their viewpoint,
anyway,
you know, the owner would be, look, we want you to get up the league as best as possible. Champions League.
The draw is about to start on BBC One. Pick up David to say if Man United gets City, we can beat them away 100%. The more, you know, we have Plymouth in the house. Shatesh wants Plymouth. Okay, let's switch it off.
Here we go.
They're gonna do the balls now, Pete.
Balls.
Oh, we have a hot bird mixing up the. I didn't almost say that, Peter. Almost. I almost said it, Pete. Anyway, you want Plymouth or Millwall? Yeah, everyone seems to want Millwall for some reason.
Here we go.
Everyone wants Millwall. And a lot of people say Millwall. Let's hope. Let's see. All right, guys, we have a lovely bearded man and a good-looking woman standing there with the balls. And we see what's going to happen.
Alex Scott and CEO Walcott.
Yep. Here we have, we're going to update it as we speak. It's a graphic. We have ball number 1 is Man United. Ball number 2, Millwall. Ball number 3, Brighton. And a lot of you wants ball number, what is the Millwall? Where's Millwall?
Two.
Number 2.
Number two.
It's a great shot, young lad. Number 2.
Number 2. Yeah.
Let's go, peeps. Let's go. Round 16. Have a draw. Have a Stella. With a fella.
Fella with a Stella.
Number 1 versus number 2, please. What's the odds? Depends on, have they heated up the balls enough?
Yeah.
Would you mind Man City?
Like I say, Mick, I don't care who you get. You play, don't you? Really, that's it. That's all you can do in it. I would like to see a third Manchester derby final.
Yeah,
if that was possible, it would be great.
In a way, I want a sort of a top 6 side because we seem to be more switched on than the lesser team.
Yeah,
you know? We struggle against those lesser teams, like Leicester's, and you know, I don't know, man. Anyway, guys, let's get excited. Let's get excited. Wolves are still in there.
Roll them balls.
Yeah. Roll them balls. What you say? Yeah.
Roll them balls.
Roll them balls. Guys, if you are tuning in, wherever you're tuning in from, please do not forget to smash that like button, please. Here we go. Guys, if you are tuning in on BBC One, it's live broadcast right now. We are just covering. We cannot put it because of copyright issues, but we will update the graphic as we go.
Fair play. There's a lot of good teams left in that competition.
It is.
It is like.
Yep. Brighton, I'm always that's a bogey team, man.
I don't want. I just don't.
I don't want Brighton. I don't want Brighton whatsoever.
Preston Burnley.
Have they started already?
Yeah, Preston v Burnley. First game.
Really?
First goal. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, Preston v Burnley. Next one is Aston Villa v Cardiff.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Aston Villa v Cardiff. We're going to get Newcastle, I'm telling you.
Aston Villa, Cardiff?
Yeah. At Villa Park, yeah. Aston Burnley All Championship game there. Next one's coming, Mick. It is
Burnley. But where's fucking Burnley?
Doncaster v Crystal
shit.
Palace v Millwall.
Oh man, come on!
We're going to get a big
behind.
game.
I'm
We're
behind.
getting
I'm
a big
behind.
draw.
I am behind. I can't even
We're getting a
react.
big draw. Man United v Fulham at Old Trafford.
What?
Man United v Fulham.
Oh my God, we got Fulham.
Yeah, at Old Trafford.
Oh my God.
Newcastle v Brighton.
Newcastle Brighton, that's a good one.
Yeah. This could be, so Man City could face Bournemouth v Wolves.
Oh gosh,
12,
okay.
4 teams left.
Oh my
4
God,
teams
here we
left.
go.
Man City v Plymouth.
They got it easy. Man City Plymouth, yeah?
Nice draw for Plymouth, that. They've earned that draw. And the last out the hat is
Wolves.
Exeter or Forest v Ipswich.
Oh,
That's it.
that's it. So, guys, we get Fulham. We didn't
We
see
got
that.
Fulham at Old Trafford.
Oh, we beat them. We beat them at Old
Yeah.
Trafford last time, didn't we?
Funny enough, yeah. Was it the same time?
Yeah.
It was last
played
16,
them-
wasn't it? Was it? Was it
Yeah.
last 16? Yeah, it was. Yeah.
We played Fulham not long ago at Premier League,
Yeah,
didn't we?
we did, yeah.
We did. So sorry, are you Peter? You are a little bit ahead of me. I was behind schedule. Let's
Yeah,
see.
obviously, mate. Time delay because I'm in UK, aren't I? So,
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the final graphic. Can you confirm? We have Man United, Fulham. That is at home at Old Trafford. Then we have Preston versus Burnley, right?
yes.
Aston
Aston
Villa
Villa v Cardiff. Doncaster
Oh,
or Crystal
wait a minute.
Palace v Millwall.
Okay, Aston Villa, Cardiff. Who did Millwall get?
Doncaster or Crystal Palace. Millwall are away.
Oh, Doncaster, yeah.
I tell you what, Mick. Yeah. If
Newcastle,
Crystal
Brighton.
Palace beat Doncaster and they play Millwall, that game could be a lot of trouble at that game. I'm telling you, 2 London teams.
All right.
I used to live in London, and Crystal Palace and Millwall do not like each other.
Yeah. Okay.
So there could be literally trouble at that game. Then we got Newcastle v Brighton and Hove Albion.
Oh, that's a big one. Yeah, that's a big one.
At Newcastle. Bournemouth v Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Yeah.
Manchester City v Plymouth Argyle.
Wait a minute.
And the last game is Exeter or Notts Forest v Ipswich.
Yeah, I got that. And Exeter City or not Ipswich City, Newcastle, Millwall or Doncaster. Sorry guys, I'm trying to. Who did Bournemouth get?
Bournemouth, I've got Wolves at Bournemouth.
Bournemouth Wolves. Okay, Bournemouth Wolves. When did I put Wolverhampton's? Yeah, Ipswich got what?
Ipswich are away to Exeter or Nottingham Forest.
Hey, there we go. Ipswich away. Shit. Okay, so the main event we got to put here: Man United, Fulham, Exeter versus.
At home again.
What do you say about AF Bournemouth was with who? Wolves?
Wolves, yeah. Wolverhampton Wanderers, yeah.
And Exeter versus Ipswich. Sorry about this one.
So the Glazers will be happy. Another home game. More money.
All right, so this is the final then confirmation then. I'm sorry about the mess, peeps, but Preston versus Burnley. Preston get a home game. Aston Villa versus Cardiff. Millwall gets Doncaster, Rovers or Crystal Palace. Exeter City or Nottingham Forest versus Ipswich. That's an easy draw for them. Bournemouth versus Wolves. That's wow. We get Man United get Fulham, which I kind of like in a way. I like it because it's not a lesser team. It's kind of a mid-table team, and we seem to do well. We had
beatable. They're beatable, Mick, aren't they?
Yeah. So, guys, help us out in the comment. I think we played Fulham away, and we got away with it 1-0, didn't we? 1-0.
I'm sure
right?
we played Fulham last season in the FA Cup.
Yeah,
at
but
the
in
same time.
In Prem
As
we
well.
won 1-0, a scrappy 1-0, right?
Because if you remember, Mick, Fulham were winning the game 1-0, and then they had 2 players sent off and Silva in the FA Cup at Old Trafford, if you remember.
Let me just check something here. We did have Fulham not long ago, mate. We did. Yeah, we played Fulham away and we won 0-1, and that was January 27th. That was in the Premier League. So it wasn't a long time ago. We had Fulham, by the way.
Yeah.
But we played away. But this is Old Trafford now. And again, as what we said, we rather have them playing like, I'd rather see us playing away than at home for some reason, because mentally we're not there. Like, Old Trafford hasn't been a fortress, but things could change. This is the cup, like, and with the backing of the fans. But in overall, are you happy with the draw, Peter?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Yeah.
You're good?
Yeah.
Let me check the chat. People say, Wizard, get in, he says.
No, we didn't have them. We had Forest in the FA Cup. I'm thinking, because I was at the game when we beat. It wasn't last FA Cup last season. It's the season before. That's what it was. I got confused there because Fulham were 1-0 up, and then they had 2 players and the manager sent off, if you remember. And we ended up winning 3-1 the game.
Yeah. I'm checking the vibe of the chat. People are happy. Full Bobby's going in. Fulham at home. Get in. Fredericks for Fulham. Happy. This is scrappy. What do we have here? Yeah, we have
It's not bad.
MX Fulham versus United home. More chance of winning. 100%.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah.
I'm happy with the draw. I'm happy. Really.
Well, I mean, the thing is, Mick, there we could have had, a slippery banana draw, couldn't we? We could have, Newcastle away, or Brighton away, or Manchester away, or even Forest away. But considering we're drawn to home, and it's Villa and Fulham, no disrespect to Fulham, probably that's the best we could have hoped for, really, isn't it? When you think about it, we kind of, home advantage, we'll take that.
Yeah. No, I'm happy. I mean, the path for this is the final round of 16 stars. So, you knock out there, and then you're in the quarterfinals or semis, or like a final 8 left. So it's all good. We have Fred the Red's been a member. Big up Fred the Reds for 15 months. That's a legend. That's a long time, Fred. Congratulations. And thank you for supporting the channel, guys. Everyone that's tuning in, guys. You know what to do, Pete? What should I do?
They should hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you've read the Red, maybe do a little short video about Alien Tenor while you're there.
Yeah.
Manchester United. Fred mixes really good because he is a red. Boom, boom.
Boom, boom. Big up. Let me check the chat. William got the red card for a handball last time. Yeah, true. He's back to new form then. Yeah, that was Villain. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was the madness when they got 3 people sent off, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Yeah, they had 2 players sent off. And Silva, the manager. That was not last season in the FA Cup. It was the season before when City beat us in the final. That's where I got confused, because I was actually at that game at Old Trafford. Yeah. And we played a bit poor that game as well, to be honest, but we won. So you never know. I mean, I'm happy. I'll take the draw.
You take the draw.
Yeah, I'll take the draw too. There's teams there. If we'd have been drawn away, you could say we could be out here. If we'd have got Villa away, Newcastle away, Manchester City away, it could have been really sticky for us. So,
sticky pudding.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be too confident, but I think we couldn't. I think we can get past Fulham. I think we can.
Yeah.
Personally,
I think so too. I mean, you look at it. This current side is not a Premier League side; it's a cup side, and it's one game at Old Trafford. yeah, I think we have a chance. Big up. I think so. The big question, what Jack comes in to say, 5th round, does it have VAR? He says, hope not.
It is, yeah. VAR is back
It's
for the next round, yeah.
So basically, the Harry Maguire, I'm going to defend Harry Maguire. That was never offside. First and foremost, I'm going to tell you why. When Harry moves, he moves like an oil tanker. So you look at it, it's very slow, right? And second of all, we deserve to be given something because we've been fooled by VR so many times. So yeah, revenge, baby, revenge. But now we cannot fool the VR because apparently VR is going to be introduced. 100%. City's got it easy, man. They got Plymouth, man. But poor Plymouth, man. They got Liverpool and I got City as well.
You never know. I mean, I was in the pub Saturday watching Leyton Orient v Man City, and I'll tell you what, Leyton Orient had their chances to be 2-3-0 up at half time in the game. Yeah. They did. And they scored a great goal.
Yeah,
they did. But, you know, the quality of, obviously, Man City just came through, didn't it? You know, and that's the problem with these lower teams.
Oh, listen.
I mean, my friend there rung me up. He goes,
what was your goal of the weekend? Hey, what was your goal of the weekend in round 4?
My goal of the weekend was the Leyton Orient goal.
Was it?
Yeah, hands down.
What about that? What about that Japanese player?
Yeah, nah, Mick.
Wow,
you got to. You had 3 Leyton Orient players bearing down on the Man City player. The Man City player threw himself on the floor. The Leyton Orient player looked up quick, smacked it with his left foot, boom, back of the net. Now, if that had been Wayne Rooney doing that, or Lionel Messi or Cristiano, people would be screaming goal of the season because it was a lowly Leyton Orient player. It's like, yeah, it was a good goal. Get the fuck out of it. He scored a brilliant goal.
Yeah, that was a brilliant goal. Yeah.
He did.
But Birmingham strike, I mean, the Japanese guy, what a fucking rocket. They're once in a lifetime.
Well, it was.
Fucking
But, I mean, for speed of thought, what it is, Mick, it's speed of thought where he is. You know, and not only that, you're looking at players from that division. You know, I was talking to a guy in the pub and I said, you know, I actually said to him that I fancy Plymouth to beat Liverpool the next day. And he goes, no. I said, but you don't understand it. You go back even 10 years ago. The lower clubs now, they're really good footballing teams. The days of you playing a team, you know, play hoofball. Okay, maybe they do play hoofball a bit more than the more cultured teams. But if they have a passage of play where they knock it around, they can put the ball in the back of the net against you. Make no mistake about it.
Yeah.
Them days of playing mugs are finished.
True then.
You know what I mean?
I see I'm reading the comment from Red Devil Studio. Out of all the Prem teams left, Fulham was the best one. So people seem to agree. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. You know, if you look at, I wouldn't like to face Villa, and I wouldn't like to face Newcastle.
No.
So Fulham was a good draw if you look at the Prem teams.
Yeah. We could have got Brighton, Villa, Man City, Newcastle away. Forest, even I presume. Forest
said, no. I didn't want Bournemouth. I didn't want.
No, this is it, yeah.
And I didn't want to have a Brighton. No way. But so Fulham for me is a good one, and we're playing at home, 100%.
Yeah. So I'm happy, Mick. I'm happy with it. You know, I mean, the players. I mean, if you're a Man United player now, you're looking at that draw. You got to look at it from 2 points. One, we know the team. We played Fulham in and out on a regular basis in the Premiership. You know, obviously you got a little change of personnel, but the main core of teams are there, aren't they? So they know each other, and the Man United, the players will be thinking, well, we've got home advantage. I think it's been a little bit since Fulham have beat us at Old Trafford. So it's in our favour. It is. So, quarterfinals are looking good for us.
Yes, true. S. Medicine said, I need that in Newcastle.
Look, take the Europa League out the equation and you look at the league form, the manager now will be saying to the players, realistically now, boys, this is your only route into Europe.
Yeah. And
you've got 4 games.
We got away
to make it happen.
Yeah, no, we're not. We're having a little bit rest from Europa League as well because we're not playing the knockout stages. So yeah, 100%. Realistically speaking, if you look at S. Madison, I need Villa and Newcastle to go out. Well, here's the thing: Newcastle is playing home versus Brighton. There's the two difficult teams. Either of them going to be eliminated. Who would you choose, Brighton or Newcastle?
Out of them two,
Newcastle, please.
Well, on current form, it's hard. I mean, I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't want to play any of them, Mick. Newcastle or Brighton. The only thing is, like I said earlier, is because Newcastle are now in the Carabao Cup final, that's going to be their priority. You know, I mean, obviously they're going to be looking at the league. They're going to be looking at the FA Cup. But for them, they're one game away from glory. So everything for them will be focused on that one game. And what will be after that will be, you know,
too much. Yeah, too much.
Yeah, exactly. So I think, you know, maybe if we'd have got Newcastle at Old Trafford, it might have been a good draw for us with that, the League Cup on the horizon for them. You know what I mean? But I'm happy with Fulham. I'll take it. I'll take Fulham.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm just looking
if we had to get a Premier team, I'd have took Fulham at home at Old Trafford.
So, Madison, for your information, Villa is playing Cardiff, and I think Aston Villa is going to win that over Cardiff, 100%. I think Exeter City is playing tonight against Nottingham Forest, and the draw will be Exeter, Nottingham Forest versus Ipswich, Bournemouth versus Wolverhampton. I think it's going to be a Bournemouth win, 100%. Yeah. Bournemouth's playing at home. So, yeah, there's winnable games, but it's still a challenge, peeps. There's still a challenge.
Of course, hard. It's, you know, it's hard. I mean, we beat it on paper at the moment. If you look at the Premier League on paper, we beat currently the second best team in the league, Arsenal, with 10 men. Basically, against 12 men. So we've got no one to fear because we've done it.
Yeah. Pete, so we have a brilliant question from Nas here. As United fan, what do we want? Win the Europa League and get into USL, or win the FA Cup and the tie Arsenal for the most won in the competition?
FA Cup. FA Cup all done.
I would say win both. Why not? I mean, we still in it to win it. FA Cup, we have a chance. Europa League, we still have a chance. We are turning the leaf after the optimization of the January window squad. Casemiro looks like there was an offer that he's going to go. I felt like, come on, what is it doing? Like, he's throwing Casemiro to play 1 minute. I mean, clearly he's not favored. So definitely he's got to go. We don't really care what Rashford is doing, and we don't really care what's going on. We're just focusing on our team at the moment. And, the introduction of Patrick Dorgo, I kind of understand, you gave the lad 45 minutes to just get warm into the clothes, to get introduced, but he's not going to be played on the right-hand side. So
no, he's not.
He's not. So,
I mean,
we got plenty of time to integrate and train and introduce some kids into the team as well. And you know what I mean? So that was a choice.
What really annoyed me about the Leicester win was that first half was abysmal. Now, as a paid professional, I don't care what team you play for. If you're being paid to play football, you should not be standing around like statues and basically playing a game with perplexed looks on your face as if to say, what do we do with this ball? You're supposed to be intelligent, cultured football players, and you're just not moving the ball quick enough. Move the ball quick enough, and 50% of your problems will be solved straight away.
I did.
Just move the ball quick.
Interesting that you said, because I did my analysis and I did a video regarding this. Is the fans the problem as well? Because if you look at that first half, I mean, you and me, we discussed about you gave up your season ticket prices. You don't want to watch this, blah, blah, blah. And of course, fans are going there to pay paid the money and you are starting to get, what the hell is this? The fans starting to boo after 30 minutes. You can hear it, the disappointment.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there watching, like, what is this? Because none of them wanted to take initiative. Everyone was like scared. There was like 11 blind Stevie Wonders, right? Like Bolton Wanderers. As soon as you received the ball, there was nobody to take care of the ball. They just did midfield, backwards pass to Harry Maguire, and there was like bang, 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 bang. Nobody was actually turning around, trying to find a through ball, try to be a little bit creative, and that was it. But as soon as the introduction of Garnacho came in, at least he showed the team to say, look, I'm going to change it. I'm going to challenge my fullback. And everyone
he did.
kind of woke up a little bit, like, you know what?
He did change it. I mean, let's make no bones about it, Mick Chat, yeah. Garnacho changed the game. Without him coming on, I don't think we'd have won that game. The other side of the coin is Garnacho's greedy that led reared up again, didn't it? Where you had Rasmus Højlund, and I think, was it Xerxes or one of the guys, I can't think who it was, where he shot out the near post. All he had to do was slide it across. And I think Rasmus Højlund actually kicked the post after he made a shot on his side. You just play the ball across, mate. Just play that ball across.
I understood what Garnacho was trying to do. He wanted to sort of kill off the game and be the,
keep it the eyes.
But at the end of the day, he was the only one that was looking up and doing through ball, cutback passes and putting crosses into the box. Nobody was there. He took a chance, and there was a chance when he can actually square it up to Rasmus, and Rasmus was pissed off. Yeah, so it is what it is. We won the game. And
well, I mean, the thing is, Mick, we could have lost Garnacho this window.
They wanted to fucking sell him, yeah.
We wanted to sell him, and I think, but if the right money and right circumstances would have come about, he'd have been gone. Now, we probably wouldn't be in this FA Cup draw then, would we?
That comes down to Jamie's...
maybe it happened for a blessing, didn't it?
Yeah. Comes down to James' message here. Mick, are you worried about the financial situation? Everyone should be, and it shouldn't be ignored. Look, mate, you guys have been following my channel. I did a video before everyone. I got a lot of stick for it, and I called it Rip Man United. And everyone's like, what are you talking about? And I spoke about this, that we are heading towards administration if we don't fix it up.
We are.
So, and I did another follow-up video. I did another follow-up video calling out the Ineos as being the janitors, winning the contract just to clean up the Glazers' mess. And that's what they're doing. By raising the ticketing prices will not sort of help you. It will not go far. You are chasing you're chasing 2 billion, which you're not going to pay out of your own pocket. So the stadium is going to be built within 8 to 10 years. So basically, fans are stuck still with the leaking roof in Old Trafford, and you increasing the ticketing prices. And that's why I understand why you say, "Fuck this shit. I'm not going to fucking pay for this, man." You know what I mean?
That's it. Yeah. I mean, look, you got to look at it from if you was like me, a match going fan, and the time and effort I put in, it's not just over the season, it's over decades. I've been lucky to be in the privileged position to be able to go and see Man United live. Most Man United fans will never ever see Man United live, and I get that. Like, that does not make them less valuable as a Man U fan than me, because if anyone else was in my position, they would go and watch Man United live. Let's make no bounds about it. You would. The point is, if you're going there over a long period of time, and we're now in this position where Ineos are taking drastic measures to drum up money to build a stadium, you can understand the fans saying, why is this my problem? It's not me who's mismanaged this club. I'm just a person who goes there, spends my money to support the club, give you money to use it for the betterment of the club. Look at yourselves instead. That's where the problem is.
I think everything is clear for me that they won the bid. I mean, Ineos went initially into bid for 60%, and then they lowered down the bid to 27.
Yeah.
So they became like a contractor, like a janitor, like a senator, and basically like, okay, we will be fixing up your mess. We will put in the best of class people, have a proper footballing operation. At the same time, we're going to take the heat off you Glazers of the protests and everything else. But the same shit repeats itself because there's no communication coming up from the club whatsoever, right?
You know what?
Yeah,
Mick,
wait. So, at the end of the day, what kind of excites me a little bit, because of this stadium build is going to take 8 to 10 years to complete, and that is what the Glazers is hanging around for, because Glazers own the land bank assets around everything. So basically, what's going to happen here is they're in cahoots with the Greater Manchester Council to redevelop it, because it's going to create jobs. So if you own the land banks around it, somebody else is going to build it for you. Yeah, there's going to be hotels, shopping malls, all that stuff to create heaps of jobs. So Glazers not spending one single penny on that.
Yeah,
but they have to wait another 8 to 10 years to even profit on that.
Yeah,
so
but
in the interim, in the interim, they're not getting any money whatsoever.
No.
So
if you're going to redevelop an area, Mick.
Wait. Can I just land? So the question is, if you're not getting any single penny out of the club anymore, if you're going to wait 8 to 10 years, surely there's going to be some point where they're going to say, fuck that shit. We have to sort of put the remaining Class B shares for auction, right? And
of course, yeah.
The valuation 6.2 billion, and they set the precedent to say, well, the buying out price will be minimum $33 per share. So they will get what they want at the end of the day.
You know what? A lot of people were... I'm not defending Sir Jim Ratcliffe or Ineos at all whatsoever, because I don't personally, from my viewpoint, I think it was a bad sale, selling to him. But that's irrelevant. But coming on to what you said there, where he's looking to regenerate the area, build a new stadium, maybe new hotels, shopping malls and all that. I agree with him to an extent where he wants government funding for it, because what he's going to do there will benefit not only whatever government is in power, but the people around that area as well. And when you look at it, it's like, why should I do that? I'm just a football club owner. That's not for me to do it. That's like you going to Sir Jim saying, the area in Manchester around Old Trafford, can you build 1,000 homes? We're not going to give you no money towards it, but can you build them? No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do that.
I'm a business person. I know how to think, but I can see it from both angles. Like where you're taking over a shitstorm, you look at the books and say, how should we balance it? We've got to stop the bleeding. I understand. How can you then build a stadium? Well, you look around for sponsorships. Juve did it as well when they got relegated. Yeah. So they built a new stadium on. But when you are speaking to the government council, it's a sort of win-win situation. I do understand, because
of course, the council has to be part of it, because it's the local council, Mick.
Yeah.
When Sir Jim redevelops that area, the local council will benefit from that. Yeah, i.e. the businesses that will be put on that land, which is private-owned land, by the way. Yeah, they will be paying, in effect, their version of council tax towards Greater Manchester City Council, which then they will use in that area. So if you want future revenue coming in, you have to put money in yourself as well to get that revenue. That Sir Jim can say, well, I'm going to take it all, because if you don't put out in, I'm not going to give you a slice of the cake.
Here's what I say. They are janitors, basically, cleaning up the mess. But my problem is where you gave the 2 billion to the Glazers when you actually acquired the 27% or 28%. At least you could have put in a condition, knowing that you're going to be charged of the footballing operations, knowing that the current FFP and whatever PSR, you could at least set a condition, at least take Mr. Glazers, you can get 1.5 billion, but take that 500 million and put it back into the footballing operation, which you took.
Yeah.
So we would never be in this situation. You understand my point? So
yeah. I get it. I mean, look, for a lot of people who haven't been to Old Trafford, the potential in that area is mind-blowing. That what you can build there and achieve in building a new stadium and redeveloping all that land what the Glazers actually own. The Glazers actually own enough land to build not only just Old Trafford there now, another 3 stadiums on the land. That's how big it is. That's how big the land is you're talking about. It's mind-blowing what you can do.
It's mind-blowing. I know exactly what you're talking about. There's so much to be developed. Nas is coming in with a valid point here as well. What people forget is Ineos are vulture firm. They come in and strip the club of its fat, optimization, basically, eliminate the bottleneck using Lean Six Sigma, whatever you call it, and they raise the prices up and hope a return as a profit. 100%. That's what you do.
Yeah, of course.
You're not a billionaire just being. You got to be optimized.
By giving money away, Mick. No. You don't be a billionaire by giving money away, do you?
And another thing as well, PDL 193. You know what that is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, they want to knock down Old Trafford. They want to build a new stadium further away.
Yeah.
Okay. Ineos, what are they? A petrochemical company, right? What lies beneath is billions of cubic meter of gas, and they own the fracking rights. And with the current, I'm not being conspiracist here, but this is the fact. They own the PDL 193, the fracking rights. And with the current energy crisis around the Europe, it's going to be sooner or later where they're going to get the green light to actually start getting the extraction of gas because people are freezing. You know what I mean? So they're not smart. They're smart. They're looking at that, both sides. And plus, they get a piece of the pie of the land bank gases, what's going to be developed. So, yeah. But
I mean, you know what, Mick? Fred the Reds has just put a comment there. He goes, Pete, don't forget the class of 92 own lots of land, not just the Glazers. That's why Giggs and Neville built. They don't own the land; they rent it. They rent the land. What Hotel Football is built on. The Glazers didn't sell it to them. The Glazers don't sell.
But that's why you see Neville never speaks out. Neville is part of this whole thing because he's going to the landlords. They're going to make a lot of money.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, what will happen, Mick, once it gets redeveloped, and it's going to get redeveloped, chat, it is. Make no bones about it. It doesn't matter whether it's in 2 years' time, the building starts, or even 20 years' time. It will get redeveloped. Gary Neville, Hotel Football, will negotiate a deal where they will get a nice little plot of land. Hotel Football will probably get bulldozed down and it'll be rebuilt to blend in with all the surrounding architecture of the development. That's exactly what will happen. Mark my words. That's what will happen on that. Right. You've got, don't forget there, on the land they're renting as well, you've got a Premier Inn, which is right by the tram station. Yeah. There. The Glazers own that land, the Premier Inn is on as well. So all that will be redeveloped. All of it. A lot. Or, like you just said, Mick, there, not until Ineos have had their feed of fracking the gas out of that ground. That's what they're going to do first.
Frickin' hell.
That's exactly. And that's how they will make copious amounts of money and fund redeveloping that area.
Yeah, but you're not stupid. You look what's underneath and you want that. I mean, Donald Trump.
But you know what they're going to say, Mick? Listen,
Donald Trump.
Listen to what I'm saying now. What they'll say is this. If we build on the area and there's a large pocket of gas, it could cause a mega explosion.
Absolutely.
We need to get the gas out first.
Yep.
That's how business works, mate. You know that, that's how it works.
But there's no coincidence when you see Donald Trump say, I want to buy Greenland. And Greenland's got a lot of unexplored gas and natural resources. And why would you like to own that? Anyway, we are not talking about geopolitics, but it's
there you go. But I just want to touch on one more little thing, Mick, as well.
Yep.
When people buy hospitality tickets to Old Trafford to see United, you don't always go to Man United because right next door, Jamie Wayne will tell you this, right next door to Man United Football Club is Lancashire Cricket Ground, literally 5 minutes walk away. Yeah, they host a lot of people who buy hospitality tickets at the Lancashire Cricket Ground Stadium. And it's like, wait there, you sold me a ticket, hospitality ticket. for Man United and about Lancashire cricket ground. Wow, gee whiz, really?
Yeah.
And they sell
we
them
have-
£200 a pop, Mick. £200 a
did.
pop.
Listen, we have Rushmano just messaged me saying, yes, Gary Neville bought the land for hotel football from Manchester United fans. He purchased the land to build a clubhouse, but the fans agreed to sell it to him and build a hotel instead. So Gary Neville is the owner. Anyway.
I don't know. I don't think he is. I think he bought the rights to rent it.
No, he bought the land for hotel football from Man United fans. He purchased the land to build a clubhouse initially, but the fans agreed to sell it to him and build a hotel instead. So there we go. He's been compromised, in my opinion, right?
I stand corrected, then.
Yeah. I spoke to you earlier, and I always ask the question, how do you feel to be a Man United fan today? And it's a never-ending story of spin and impatient, and people are turning against each other. And now we see like people are going in, Højlund is the problem. Get rid of this, get rid of that. It's a never-ending story, right? So for me, let them just optimize the shit. Let's see where it goes to. The recruitment strategy is to get kids under 24, phase out. I mean, one thing what they've done correctly, Pete, it's to abolish the player power. Getting rid of the. I mean, we're not there yet. So we're looking at to potentially get rid of Luke Shaw. It's the difficult one because he's injury prone. Lindelof is going. All this old guard needs to go. So basically what he's trying to do is what he did at Sporting Lisbon. If you look at Ruben Amorim, he's basically want to have a squad that will shape in his image that he can control. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no more player power, like no more individuals in the room. He's the boss. He's the one, he's the one taking the heat. And it's just like a team, like a Brighton. Like everyone plays for each other. It's a system.
You have to look at the bigger picture, Mick. Yeah.
The bigger picture, yeah.
Yeah, the bigger. This is for every football club, whatever level you are. There comes a point. Doesn't matter how successful you are, how many fans you have. There comes a point, if you start paying people crazy wages constantly, there comes a point where there's no point in you operating as a football club. One, you can't, all your resources, what you make, will be going in to pay players money for them to pay for your club. If they're injured, you don't get value. If they've signed and all of a sudden they're disinterested, you don't get value because they've got a contract. So you're looking at maybe a team like Manchester United, one of the top teams in world football, to cap it and say, this is it, enough. Doesn't matter whether people say, well, look how much money you make, Man United. No, we're doing this for the good of football. I've always said this. From the 1990s when Sky came in, and this was always my mantra, and I believe it, and I'm still right. If you cap, let's say, for example, this is over paying for the player, wages, but let's just say, hypothesize what it is now. You can only pay 4 players 300 grand a week wages. Yeah, you've got 5 players, even 6, that are worth. I don't think they are, but that are worth 300 grand a week. 6 into 4 means there's 2 surplus. What does that tell you as a club? That means out of them 6 players, them 4 players you're going to sign actually want to play for your club, not go there for the money. You get what I'm saying? And that's how you cap it. You cap the wages and go, you know what? There's a surplus of players on 300 grand a week. We can only, by law, allowed to sign 4 out of 6. Which 4 of you really want to play for Man United?
Well, here's the thing. Like sometimes that's it. Like sometimes you don't see forest from the tree. You are so emotional attached. But when you look at what I'm trying to do, is called agile. Like you're trying to create an agile lean machine, right? So basically, what I said, janitors. First and foremost, the mission number 1 is to get rid of the high wages, right? It's going to be a cap on 200k a week. You're still going to have Bruno Fernandes as a senior leader. That's like, a little bit of a bulk. But if you look at the remaining of the squad, it's going to be below 200, right?
That's it. Yeah.
Number 1. Number two was to look at the overinflated. You look at organizational development. Wait a minute. What is your job? What are you doing here? You're doing nothing, and we're paying you. So yeah, there was like 250 people losing the job, but they did the overall evaluation. You don't need to have 1,000 staff working where you can be more agile. So that's one thing. Number two, that's kind of what I look at it. Number three, you set a direction where you want to be in terms of recruitment, and what they're saying, we got to get this right. So that means that they look at every single player profile. If they decided to go for that Ruben Amorim system, they got to get the recruitment strategy right. That's why I didn't go for Matthias Tell, in the loan market, right? That's why they go like, okay, well, hang on a second. We got one left wing back in which is Patrick Dorgo. We got a ball playing centre back, which is Haven. Yeah, these are players that will become good within 2-3 years. But in the back of my mind, I was thinking, well, hang on, they're doing a Brighton, which is cool, right? You're not going to get the clear and obvious, but you got to also have some leadership in there. You look at Arteta's project, like, he did the same thing. He got rid of all these rotten apples, just play the kids. But the problem is with Arteta, he's doing right. Everyone knows that he's not buying a striker.
The thing is, Mick, look, I mean, you got to look at it this way, bud, yeah? Right, January was here. Everyone knows the plight Man United was in. We're not playing well. We need players. There's Rashford's going, blah, blah, blah. Everyone's like, what, Man United's in town, let's mug them. I'll give Sir Jim this. He's turned around and said, you're not going to mug us off.
Yeah.
We'll take it on the chin. If we have to go through the window without signing him, this what a lot of channels have not said, that take it on the chin, stop letting people pull your pants down because they know you're desperate for players. And actually, these players now, what they're saying to these players, you're on big wages. It's now up to you from now till the end of the season to start earning your money.
The biggest indication that came from Meunier to make an example was force Rashford out. Yeah. That was an indicator. Then the players look around. Oh shit, we cannot do that. Okay, we got to be a team. They're forcing it. He ain't coming back. No way. They put in a buy option of 40 million. They sell Rashford. They recuperate pure profit on him, and they get rid of Casemiro in the summer or now, whatever. That's two high wage billionaires, and off you go. Eriksen's leaving, 200k a week. Lindelof is leaving, and what you left? Then you optimize the whole thing, and then you can build. 100%. That's it. Then you go. Then you generate the money for the summer. 100%. You're going to sell some academy players. They're not going to make the first team. Of course. That's fish farming. Finally, we're doing that. Certain ways. Then you go in and get a Quenda in as a proper right wing back. You put Dorgo out to the left. You have a balanced team. You get another ball playing midfielder and potentially get Jokeris. And of course, that's your team, right? In the back, we're sorted already. Harry Maguire, I have no problems because we still need, you give him like Johnny Evans 1 more year contract because, hey, you need senior leaders in there.
Well, this is it. Yeah, you need experience. Doesn't matter who you buy. I mean, it's a classic player there. Kylian Mbappe. Classic player who is probably punched above his weight being a PSG player. He hasn't exactly set the world on fire at Real Madrid. He was on, I think, was he on something like nearly £800,000 a week wages?
Yeah.
You're paying all that money. I don't mean to be derogatory to the player. You're paying it for a mediocre player. Seriously, when you put Kylian Mbappe's style of play and what he's done so far in football to like the goats of the game, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, shit, they'd be on like £2 million a game, them players, compared to him, what they've done in their career. It's like, this is what acts back to what I was saying before, Mick. You've got a cap here.
Yeah, it's clear.
It's brilliant. You want the best players, you want to pay people to, because obviously to be a top class player, we know you have a short window.
That's what I'm trying to say.
And then like,
I walk up.
It's crazy money, Nick. It's crazy money.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying to you. I woke up the other day and I switched off my emotions and started looking at from a 360 angle. And exactly what Rashmane is saying, we are moving away to sign Galacticos. We're not going to be that club of having Galacticos.
No, we don't need them.
What Rashford has been an example of that. That's one message clear. and we are just basically looking at to be a system playing team. So each position what we are recruiting for is been, scrutinized.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's going to take a long time to implement. And we did ours, Mick. You know, when you want a nice garden, when you want a nice rose garden, you don't just take it all out, put new turf down and go put the plants in. No, you have to culture it, nurture it, and put the right plants in, the right environment in for that all to flourish.
Right, but so
you know what, Mick? I'll say something controversial to you now.
So we're putting the seeds, we're putting the fertilizer, and we're hoping out there that we grow up to be a nice rose garden in a way, right? So
I'll say something controversial now for you in the chat. Yeah, someone offered me £80 million at the end of the season for Kobe Mainu. Take the deal, gone. Kobe Mainu does not work in Emirates system. He doesn't work in it. He's physically not strong enough, and speed-wise, he hasn't got the speed. He hasn't got the mobility in his system. If you play him to get his form up, £80 million, Chelsea want him or whoever, take the money. Pure profit again for Man United. We got players coming out. Ethan Galbraith had a great game for Leyton Orient against Man City. He's a Man United player out on loan, by the way.
I'll
take the money.
Guys in the VR room and tuning in, do you agree what Peter is saying? In a certain degree, Peter, if I'm going to address that question,
you take the money.
I've been thinking about that too. Honest to God, you touched the nerve. I touched the nerve. I like the player, but I don't think he found his spot in Amarin's system.
He's not his player.
He's trying his as a number 9. He's trying as a number 10. He's not a number 8. He's not number 6. What is he like? And as what you said, he's not physical. He's
not a speed merchant.
No. But I think his rise has been too quick. It's been going too fast.
Well, he's earned it, Mick.
Then he was in the Euro squad, and he was overhyped a bit, and now he's suffering in a bit. It's too early, man. But yes, if you get 80 million for him, and you need to rebuild the squad, would you take it?
That's what you do.
Would you take it?
What did I tell you, Mick? Start the season, you sell your assets at the maximum value and reinvest that money. Didn't I not tell you that? Look at the fiasco now. We've got Rashford in. We should have sold him at the start of the season.
He's only 19, according to he's 19, man. He's still learning, right? And I don't think, if I look at the overall recruitment strategy, I don't think that the club are willing to sell. They were willing to listen for Garnacho's offer just to see the valuation. But at the end of the day, they look at, hang on a second, these are the future, right? Garnacho is a future, Main is a future, Højlund is a future, and he's 19. And Jamie, you know my question, because 1 year ago I said I predicted that within 10 years we might have bots running around and referee the game. AI.
Yeah.
And we had Keith Hackett on the show as well, which was brilliant to see. And we asked the question, why haven't we seen the senior offside rule being implemented? You know what he said? Because we're using Nike balls. And the European system is Adidas balls, where they have the censorship. So the Prem thought that they can sort of develop anything from the shelf, which is not going to happen, and that's why.
No.
That's why.
It's all money, isn't it? It is. It's crazy, but it's like you say. We're in a state of flux. That's where Man United is now, guys. Whether we like this or not, what our bread and crumbs are going to be FA Cups, League Cups. Maybe a Europa League. Forget about winning a league or Champions League. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But that doesn't mean to say you still can't be a successful team. You look at, like we touched on before, you look at teams like Brighton, Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, all them. They're all in their own little way. They're all successful, but they've won nothing.
Exactly, Pete. And
at least we've won things.
Yeah, and that's my point.
Saying.
I do understand, and you're touching another nerve, because if you look at the Brighton model, they are feeder clubs, right? They do get amazing recruitment, they get it right, but have they won anything? what they do is that develop them and then they sell them to the top 6 clubs.
Yeah.
But in all fairness, yes, we are doing that model as well, but we are planning to keep them and develop them. So you know what I mean. And again, if you are looking at recruitment, you got to look at each player pound by pound in their position. And that's what they're doing. They don't want to make the same mistakes. They're going to look at the player profile. Will it fit? What, you look at numerous players and you look at the data. Yeah. At the end of the day, we got to recruit athletical people that have engines, because the current squad,
you've also got to look at the constitution of the player. Yeah. Like you could, for example, Mason Mount is a good player. He is, but he's constantly fit. So he's got a very bad constitution on him. Now you could be prime Pele on steroids, but if you're injured, you're worth nothing. You're worth nothing. So how can you put this? A 6 out of 10 player who has a top class constitution on him, i.e., he's a valuable to pick. In many ways, he's better than a 9 out of 10 player who, 8 out of 20 games, he's not going to be fit for because he's no use to you. You can't play him. It disrupts the team. You haven't got continuity in the team because you're constantly changing positions. That's what you're looking at: continuity and constitution of the players.
True. May I come with a analogy? Because I like analogy. So what we're doing now, if you talk about constitutional foundation, what we are doing right now is we are picking apart the car that was built in the wrong way. Yeah. We're taking that part by part and we're assessing it and we're replacing the spare parts, and we're building a lean, mean machine that can run forever and win the Grand Prix. At the moment, we're just picking it apart. Looking at you're looking at the midfield, which is the engine, the cogs, the wheel doesn't work. Yeah. Everything needs to be synced together in order to have this beautiful piece of machinery that can take you all the way down to the finish line. Yeah. In the past, we just used to buy let's buy a windscreen from Volkswagen, but we have a Skoda. Yeah, it will do the job, right? How much? Okay, we pay for that. Right. Let's get another door, a different door. Just what I mean. We've just been patching it up, patching it up without thinking about the consequences. But listen, the engine has stopped because it's sugar in the tank, and now we have to sort of clean it out. You know what I mean?
Again, Mick, it comes down to, but players who want to play for the club. I mean, you've got to buy or keep to a certain degree seasoned players, because what seasoned players do to you, they can be a calming influence on the younger players when your back's against the wall in a game, and it will be in the wall against in games.
If I go back to the players, right? If we assess the squad there, I agree to sell Dalot 100%, but Dalot spoke a good game. I think he's not good enough.
No, I don't.
Potentially as a fringe player, right? But if I look at a player like Mason Mount, which I feel he's such a great off the ball on the ball, how the hell can he get himself fit? Do you have to look at his nutrition, the way he's training, or is it just, mate, you have bad
constitution
genes.
Of the player, Mick?
You have bad genes. You get
some people are built that way. I mean, I'm trying to think of the guy who Spurs had, and he was called Sick now. I can't remember his name, and he was England international as well. Maybe Chat will help me out on it. I can't think. And he was kind of like Mason Mount. When he was available, not Ledley King, no Berber. It was a little bit back before him. He was a great player, but again, injured, no good. That's it, Anderson, Rushman, Darren Anderson. Darren Anderson. What was the equivalent of Mason Mount? Top class player.
Ledley King.
Got a knock playing football and was injured.
Yeah, no. Listen, we got to move away from that. And of course, if for some reason, miraculous reason, we can fix Mason Mount, look at his nutrition, look at his training regime, and he can stay fit, I don't mind. We haven't seen him enough in Man United shirt, so we go get him out of the club because you offer nothing and you get him paid what? $250K a week? Get out of it. Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily look at the player, Mason Mount. I'd look at the people who recommended us to buy him,
Exactly.
basically, because you know, I'm a believer of believe your eyes, and you look at the data on people. This is where data gives you a false reading, where probably someone has been number crunching, looking at Mason Mount's numbers, not taking into account that he's been injured a lot. But when they've had the data where he's been playing, he's looked a fantastic player.
Oh yeah.
But they forgot to fill in the blanks where he's been injured. This is where data can be, it can be a bit cloudy on people.
Chelsea hit that
I'm talking to a guy in the pub.
Injury list.
The only data you should be worried about is how many times you put that ball in the back of the net. Forget about the rest, because it's irrelevant. And if you don't put the ball in the back of the net, you can do everything you can on a football pitch. But if you can't score, you do not win games. That's it. That's it.
Well, data number 2 should look at the player's heat map. You know, how much do you run on the pitch? You know, that's big up Burb. Yabba dabba do. It comes in our cars like Flintstones. We need to let Amarin get his own wheels. I agree, Burba.
I mean, Mick, there's 2 sides to an heat map on a player. Yeah, you can have an heat map on a player who's a busy player. Let's say, for example, when Moises Caicedo played for Brighton, his heat map was probably off the chart. And visually, if you look at the data, you know, his heat map will be, you know, red hot. You look at him playing visually, you'd see it with your own eyes, what he's doing. You can also look at the heat map of a goalkeeper who touches the ball once in one half, kicks it, and it bounces and goes in. Moises Caicedo can have an heat map where it's up there. The goalkeeper could be frosty, and he's the only one who scored a goal. You understand what I'm saying? So this is where data misleads people. People are obsessed with data. Believe your eyes instead. Just believe your eyes instead. Forget about the data. Here's the data. Can you run up and down that pitch for 90 minutes without blowing smoke out your ass? Yeah. Do you think you can put it in the back of the net? Yeah. Okay. You'll sign for us. Mason Mount, can you do it? Yeah. Oh, I'm injured. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. That's it. It's that simple, Mick. Sometimes you just got to look at the players and go.
I got to address one thing as well. Rashmana coming in with a valid point. Selling Rashford is actually pure profit, because if you sell him for 40, it will count as 80 million. That's the thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? And another thing, when we look at, you know, we used to have the Jarvis's corner. Big up Jarvis as well, and Stu. They started the Tactical Devils. Man.
Yeah, they have. Yeah,
big up to coming. They just like to focus on tactical stuff, and Jarvis loves that, you know. And big up, you know. But we had Phil Marsh many times on the show, you know, ex-player Phil Marsh, and he spoke about training, and he was a striker, right? And I keep mentioning it, and I was thinking what Phil was saying there, because you look at the current strikers, you have what? Hoyland turned 22, 23 years of age is what? Xerxes. We don't have any senior striker. And what Phil Marsh was saying, he was training with Solskjaer and everything, and the strikers used to train and drill together, and you used to look at the, you know, if he can do it, I'm going to do it better. But who does Hoyland have to look up to? Who do they learn from? Nobody at the moment, right? And if you look at the game in isolation, the first half over the weekend, nobody was servicing the striker because we didn't pass the forwards. You know, we didn't do you know, the midfielders just pass it backwards, right? Yeah. We're too afraid.
So the thing is, Mick, right. Okay, that's
what I'm trying to say. So a lot of people has been going in with like sell Xerxes, sell Rashford. Well, hang on. All you need to do in the summer, get a Osimhen or Gyökeres, at least. That will push the younger strikers to be better, right? I show you how to run. I show you how to do this. Remember, these kids are under development still.
Well, of course, yeah.
Of course. At least we used to have Cavani. We used to have Zlatans. They used to nurture the young strikers, teach Greenwood, teach Rashford a trick or two. You know what I mean? But since they're gone,
Well,
nobody.
look-
The most
look
senior
at,
striker that we had was not even a striker, was Rashford, and he was conducting himself badly because he didn't want to perform on the training.
Look at Lewandowski, Mick, at
Mm.
Barcelona. Everyone was saying once he left Bayern Munich, his career was shot.
Yeah.
You could argue the point that he's actually excelled at Barcelona, which I would argue would be a slightly more difficult league than Bundesliga, La Liga. You know what? Listen, if there's I understand what you're saying, Mick. Right? It is. I'm going to throw something wild out to you there now on the chat, where you're looking for seasoned pros, especially on the striker, to give the youngsters guidance. Yeah. Why not just sign Danny Welbeck back from Brighton?
Yeah.
A seasoned pro, played for the club, knows exactly what he's doing, does what it says on the tin.
And that's another problem.
You could play Welbeck with one of them two, and they've got someone to feed off. This is the problem, Mick. What you're saying is, when you're playing Rasmus Højlund or Joshua Xerxes, they have not got a player to feed off to say to them, go there, mate. But don't come to me. Go there. Go make that run over there. Go there.
I hear what you're saying, but there comes another romanticized problem what we fan base are doing. We always do that. As soon as the player leaves, they do well. Oh, what should we sell him? Bring him back.
No, I'm not saying that.
No, you're not saying, but I'm just saying in general, like, and this is like, you like everyone was looking at Anthony, man of the match twice. Was Anthony the problem? Well, listen, hang on a sec. No. Rashford, he came in and showed a trick or two for Aston Villa straight away to send a message. And, one of his mates, best mate, the Twitter mate, the FIFA career mode mate, was Jadon's Sancho, tweeted freedom. But listen, here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? It's like you've been cooking. You're a chef. You're a Michelin chef, right? You've been cooking at the fucking same restaurant, the same a la carte menu for 10 years. All of a sudden, you got a job offer to cook in another restaurant. Of course, you got to be motivated, right? Of course, it's a different environment. It's a different culture. And in a different principle and different customers, right? So you go to La Liga, which is totally different, slower league. Of course, you're going to do better. It's a mental shift. It's a mental break. It's a human psychology.
Well, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Mick, like you're saying there with the Man United strikers, there's another team there that probably are going to finish, they're going to get their own unique treble this season, and that's Arsenal. They're going to finish second again. They're suffering from the same thing that we have. They do not have a seasoned striker to help their young strikers.
Oh, it's
and that's it. This is what I'm saying is, you're not getting like I said, Danny Welbeck back, not for, nostalgia purposes. Danny Welbeck is a good season pro, and if you want a youngster to learn off someone, I think he's a good player to learn off. Look at Kai Havertz at Arsenal. He's cost them big time.
Oh yeah, but listen, here's the problem. My best mate is a Gunnar, and he's Arteta out big time. And the problem, I saw, why is Arteta not getting a proper number 9? Everyone.
Well, this is it. Yeah, exactly.
That is the cherry of the top. That is you got Rice, you got this, you got Odegaard. All you're missing is a seasonal striker, which you never gonna get. And what are they linked to now? Jota from Liverpool. No. He's a left-sided inverted forward. He's not your fucking striker. So that's it. Arteta is clueless. Arteta keeps flopping and changing. And this season, he hired these Oompa Loompas. They look like they're working in a psycho ward. They're all dressed like doctors, like this, in this mint green. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the Tuni Poolies. So the weapon was to focus on, like, set pieces. Yeah. But everyone sees that they need a striker. They never had it.
Of course, Mick. Yeah, this is it. And this harks back to what I was saying to you before about statistics. Forget about stats.
Even it says
the stat you need is this. Can you put it in the back of the net? That's it.
Yeah.
That's the stat you need to focus on. Forget about the fancy play. Can you bang it in the back of the net? That's it.
The first interview.
That's the number one stat. That's the game.
Peter, that is the first interview question when you sit down with the striker. Can you put
Yeah,
the ball? Can you
that's
bang
the
it into
game.
the net?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mick, I just want to touch on something quick
Cool.
about
Goalkeeper.
the Man United Leicester game. Yeah.
Mm.
Now, a lot of people, excuse me, have been talking about, obviously Harry Maguire was offside for the winner. Swings and roundabouts because it wasn't a penalty for me in the Arsenal game. Well, I want to put your attention to Ugarte with his two-footed challenge. What he didn't connect with the player. If VAR would have been in that game, he would have been sent off in that game.
Mm.
For the intent and the two-footed challenge, he would have been sent off in that game.
Mm.
Seriously, he would have. Because, even if he'd have connected with the player, the ref was looking at it. Because he didn't connect with the player, the ref let it slide. But if VAR was there, he'd have been gone. They'd have pulled him up and gone, look what he's doing here. Because that challenge was reckless, Mick, from Ugarte. That two-footed challenge. So we got two bits of luck in that game. A lot of people are not talking about that challenge from Ugarte.
Yeah,
let that slide past them. And that's down to discipline as well again.
Yeah, fine. Anyway, listen, it was an interesting discussion, an interesting draw. We started this live, fifth round draw. We
went off on some tangents, Mick, didn't we?
Yeah, no, true. And I think that a lot of people has enjoyed this chat. I see the chat. We had legends, and I cannot lie. It's like I'm so tired of speaking about this hamster wheel. I'm just saying, like, listen, this season is a write-off. Just treat it as a long pre-season. Experiment. Ruben, do your thing. Don't lose your faith. Don't lose your confidence. I know he said, like in press conference, that he's disappointed in himself because he can't get the tune out of this place, like Ten Hag got, or Ruben, just do your thing, right? The good thing is that you're doing the open heart surgery at the moment, right? So you basically, if we're going to play this system, then of course we're going to go in the recruitment market, and what we spoke about, Peter, is just basically get the right spare parts that will fit the machine that you're building.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not overpaid for them. I'm not give them crazy wages.
And not crazy wages.
Make them want to play for Man United. Make them play for it. But that's it. If you don't want to play for us, then I think fine. If you think you can get £200,000 a week from Barcelona or Real Madrid, then go there and go and get it.
But I also think that
guest, go and get it.
But I also want to say one more thing here, and I think it's patience is non-existent within the fan base. They're thinking, oh, wow, with this rebuild, we're going to challenge next year. And then they go like, oh, it's going to take another 3 years. Do we have the patience to do so? Well, fuck me. I'm a Man United fan. I've been waiting so long. I can wait another 3 years. The question is, if I step outside my house and slip on a banana, maybe break my neck and I'll never see us. So be it, man. It is what it is.
You could also say this, Mick, Omer Barada coming out. I think it was Omer Barada. Project 28. Yeah. Now, he shouldn't be making comments like that.
No.
Because you're giving the fan base thinking, I know it's only 3 years. 3 years can be a long time in liking anything. But 3 years can go by like that. Man United are more than 3 years away from a 2028 winning the league.
Then you're also comparing the comments from Ragnick to say cosmetic open heart surgery doesn't have to take 3 years, can take 1 year.
Well, of course,
yeah.
But he didn't say we was going to win a league in 3 years, though. He just said we need open heart surgery to correct the problem. He didn't say, once you have the open heart surgery, we're going to do this and that. Omer Barada's come out and going, by 2028, Man United's anniversary, we're hoping to win the league.
Well, that's, you said a
stupid comment. Very stupid comments. Seriously.
No, it's not a stupid comment. I'm saying you set a project objective. You set an objective. Every time you build a project, you're going to build a house, and you say this house is going to be finished by 2028. That is your objective. It's like you're building a rocket. You're going to fly to the moon. It's point A to point B. It's straight. During the process, you got to optimize, throw out this, make it lighter, make it this, and we will reach to the top. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
You know what, Mick? It's like 25 years ago when I married my wife and I said, I'm going to make you a millionaire, and it didn't happen. I'm quite grateful she settled for a non-league player. You know what I mean?
Big up. Big up Emmanuel as well. Mick, what was that? Sancho. Listen, I'm not going to talk about Sancho. He's not a Man United player, so he can just do one.
He's gone.
He
Forget about him. He's gone.
Forget about it. They're gone. They're not a United players. This is what they would keep asking Rashford questions. And Ruben said, ask Unai Emery is not my problem anymore. And I applaud Man United for doing this, because they looked at, they got rid of the problem and they will deal with it in the summer, right? They couldn't sell him. They loaned him out. They're going to get money for him in the summer, inshallah. The summer is a much easier window and a little bit longer window. Yeah. So what I wanted to say is that I woke up and I saw, like, wait, hang on a second. This is actually a long fucking pre-season, right? We're going to integrate like Cheeto Obi Martin and Sikakone and all these players going to get a chance. And then the summer comes, most of the senior players will go a little bit of a holiday, and we're going to continue and going to have more of a... So who's to say that we kick off the next season?
You know what, Mick?
More mean, more blood in the, like, you know, we'll see. Okay.
I think, yeah, our pre-season coming up at the end of this season, yeah, we should stay at home. I know that'll piss a lot of fans off. Yeah. But I think all the travelling, all the hullabaloo, yeah, I think it just unsettles the team. But if Ineos are, you know, really gonna, you know, hammer in chances, you know, and get it right and all that, just play local teams in the UK. Just keep it local and go right then, because players don't need to go there. You know, you're wasting time flying here, there, and everywhere. You're dealing with jet lag and blah blah, yabbly blah. Just do one season at home. Let him implement everything he needs to do, and you will see the benefit. Personally, I think you will. I think you'll see the benefit.
One thing that we can agree on, and I feel the finger on the pulse of the majority of the global fan base, is they all love Ruben. They want him to be successful. Yeah. And when he speaks right into our hearts. He's been so genuine. Yeah. You feel his suffering. You feel everything. Oh my God! I just want him to be successful. You know, let him do his thing. Like, you know, you're a chef. You're a 5-star Michelin chef. You know that you need the right ingredients to make a good filet mignon soup or whatever.
And the time to do it.
And time to do it, 100%. And the right staff around you to support you, right? To get the nice review. Another thing I want to also shout out, listen, people, there's 1,000 people of you watching. For us, it's not about subscribers. We reached a very good amount of subscribers, for almost 41,000 subscribers. It's about your likes, your comments, your views. Yeah. There's 1,000 of you watching.
Get involved, Red.
And 51 likes, man. We're not going live as much because I'm so freaking busy with my job. And, you know, at the end of the day, algorithm, if you know what algorithm is, it's a little bit of weird. Lives his own life with YouTube. Since I'm sitting in Thailand right now, I moved to Thailand because I'm working contractual work. It seems to be that a lot of our viewers and subscribers don't get the notification. I don't know what's going on. So I don't want to use VPN because it slows down. So please, if you want to support us, do that. I'm not asking you to subscribe.
And like.
It's optional. But if you want to be part of something real, we had a fantastic conversation, Peter, as per usual. And
no problem. They got Reds. At the end of the day, we're all Man United. We have different opinions, but we're all Man United. That's all we want is us to be the best we can.
That's what I started this channel in the first place, to be honest, right? But I want to thank everyone for a fantastic VR room as well over the 2 years that we built. And Stella with the fella. What are you drinking? Oh my God, it's not Stella, mate.
No, it's just pure apple juice.
Apple juice. Looks like whiskey.
Just apple juice, yeah.
Anyway, 53 likes. We'd be grateful if we can just increase the temperature a bit. And just want to thank each and everyone for the lovely support in 2 years of the making. And also want to just also give a massive shout out to Jarvis. Go and support Tactical Devils if you're into this tactical stuff. We've always been striving to make a little bit of unique, try not to be toxic, but at the end of the day, always look at two sides of the story. As what you, Peter, said. We're Man United fans. No matter where you look in the we're wearing the same shirt. No matter where you're sitting in Singapore, Hong Kong, Laos, Lagos.
We're all Man United.
You know what? We're all Man United.
Yeah, that's it, man.
That's it, man. Anyway, for me, it's 03:30 right now, AM, and gotta close the shop.
Time to bed.
Time to bed. Anyway, big up,
Cheers,
Peter.
all.
Thank you. Cheers. See you till the next time, guys. And
Bye.
Man United got a draw. We're playing Fulham at home. Who are we playing on the weekend, by the way? We're playing away?
Spurs away.
Spurs away. Are we going to send Postecoglou to the sack?
And I think Andrew's got more lives than the cat at the moment, hasn't he, Mick?
He's
I want to running out of them, though, isn't he? But,
what do you reckon?
Okay.
What do you reckon? Spurs away. That's going to be a scrappy game.
I don't know, you know. Probably a draw. I mean, to be fair, I'm not making it as an excuse to Ange. But to be fair, he is crippled with injuries, isn't he? Let's be real. That's a firm.
That's it.
Gotta go.
See you. Thank you,
See you
Peter.
later.
Guys, we are playing Spurs away, and what Peter was saying, a cripple one. Guys, just wanted to thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment in the non-live comment section. Let us get up to minimum 100 likes on this live stream on this video. If you watch this in retrospective, you know what to do. It's free content. Just press that little like button. And if you're on a diet, of course, you're going to lose an extra couple of calories. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for your lovely support and the VR room as per usual. Legends in the house, Burba, Jack Reacher, Emuel, Lucky Singh. We had even Rashmano, all you legends in the house. Fred the Red. You know, I can stand here another half an hour to shout you all out, but you are all legends. Thank you for watching, and have a lovely rest of your Monday. Glory, glory, Man United, and see you to the next time. Peace. We out of here. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC RealistTV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.